Riley, the author of the book, is himself black and doesn't shrink away from the likely abuse he's going to get for pointing out that much of what liberal America has done is actually damaging to the black community in America.
Now, he covers economic issues, he covers education issues. Let's talk about the economics first.
Sure. Consider, for instance, the minimum wage. For decades, liberal icons like Ted Kennedy have been saying, the best way to help poor and minority people is to raise the minimum wage. Riley points out what many other people have pointed out, that this is not the best way. In fact, it's a bad way. In fact, it's detrimental, especially to young black Americans who leave school without much in the way of skill or knowledge because of the failures of the education system, which we can talk about later. And when they're in the labor market, they confront a situation where if they won't get a job at all, if they can't produce at least enough value to be worth the minimum wage. That's why we have such very high unemployment, persistent unemployment. Many of these youngs, especially young black guys, never get their first job at all because they're not worth what it costs to hire them. And yet liberals keep saying, well, we have to keep the minimum wage up, and anyone who disagrees is pilloried as somehow being an opponent of minorities and the poor. Riley says, stop trying to help us. Get rid of the minimum wage. Let people compete and try to get jobs based on their worth, and then they can learn the skills and they'll work their way up the economic ladder. But a high minimum wage cuts off the bottom rungs.